It's Thursday, August 21st, I think. I have not opened this in about a week. And what I had done before was I pulled everything over to the side and put shredded paper because it was getting kind of wet in there from adding compost and not adding dry material. So I pushed a bunch of the dirt back over it. I cleaned out the middle and put a bunch of shredded paper and covered it with compost, and then covered the compost with shredded paper, and then moved this over and did the same here with the shredded paper all the way to the bottom. From doing that, I then put it all flat and put probably about an inch, at least an inch layer of paper over the top of it, and then I put my cardboard there. So what I'm going to do is the same thing right now, except just a little bit different because this is really gross, but this was just from bags that I had sitting, is it like Ziploc bags of compost sitting in the refrigerator, so I just dumped them in here and just to use it as a container. And I'm going to put paper pulp in here to absorb liquid until it's, because there's still a lot of stuff in here to break down. There was cucumbers from making fermented pickles, and then I think there should be like cantaloupe in here, cantaloupe rind, and just all kinds of stuff. So just going to start with that and then let it start absorbing some liquid. And then I'm going to just take shredded paper and put it down in here. This helps absorb moisture out of the worm castings from the compost breaking down. So I'm going to put probably 5 inches because it'll compact all down and absorb the liquid. And the worms also, like there is a worm, there was 2 worms there, but they were all down in there. So that was pretty cool to see as well. I'm going to take my fork and just push everything from the middle over. And there is quite a bit of shredded paper, but the worms are really liking it from what I can see. And there is still a lot of it on the bottom, but I'm going to pull it up and kind of let it be in here because my goal is to keep moisture at bay. That makes sense. So there is still some stuff. Some tomatoes, onion skins. I'm just going to repeat the process of putting paper pulp in here to help absorb liquid, and then like you can see what it turned into. That's breaking down already. So I'm just going to keep moving this over. And then mixing as I go. A lot of people, I guess, put the drain on the bottom, and I just don't really want to do that. I would rather have it self-contained and figure out a way to do this without a 2-tray system, without a tray for the liquid, because my ultimate goal is to have worm castings out of here that are dry. So I just have to keep adding more paper. And if it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. But then I'll try it a different way. But for now, this is working, so it's what I'm going to do. Now I'm just going to pull some of this over here. I do want to get underneath this. That's one of the things about this that makes it difficult of doing it this way. And I don't really have a place to put my phone. So doesn't smell bad at all. It is really mushy. That's really sloppy. I'm gonna I don't know, that's probably too much. I'm doing this so I remember what I did the next time, because I go back and watch it to see what I did, and I'm wondering, like, I'm posting it on YouTube and people see it, what they really think. Well, that's lettuce. Lettuce. Okay. So it's slop. But there's still a lot to eat for worms. Try to crush up the eggshells. I have found the eggshells in here with just the membrane of the chicken, you know, the membrane of the egg, and the shell is all the way gone, which is pretty cool that the worms eat it like that. This is really gross. I probably won't, I don't know. I have been using coffee cans to put the compost in, and the plastic ones, they seal, so it's not so bad. Like, the liquid gets absorbed with the paper, shredded paper, because I put it in the coffee can. That really helps. That's going to be gross to rinse out, but oh well. It served its purpose. Okay. Now I'm going to... Oh. Take the glove off and fork this all back over here. the moisture should seep down with the worms. Is my hope. And I could put more compost in here. I'm trying to be somewhat gentle for the worms. But let's see. I have to put another glove on and get all that out of there. But I'm doing the same thing as the other side. This has dissolved a lot of compost, or broke down a lot of compost out of my kitchen, which is really cool to see. It should work without any problems as long as I just keep doing this back and forth. And even if the paper isn't completely broken down, I can still figure out a way to use it in the garden. We'll see. I'm just going to pull this over. There's another eggshell. Okay. So, trying to use this whole bag of compost, of paper, because I have a bunch more stuff to shred. Maybe doing it in thin layers will help too. Okay. Then that is a lot of paper. But that should be all right. Hard to do one-handed. That I can rinse into the mulch. Okay. And the last thing I'm going to do with that is put this back over the top of it. It is pretty tall to the top from where it started. So that's interesting to see. It's like maybe 3 inches in some spots, 4 or 5 in others. But it's really fluffed up. So hopefully when I check it next week, it'll be down and compressed, and I'll be able to fluff it back up and keep adding all of our shredded mail and all the shredded paper that we get.